Hi, and welcome to the Butler Buzz. I'm sitting here with Amanda Becker from Appleseed Events. Amanda, how are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you? Nice
I'm
to
good,
see you.
thank you. Good to see you too. It's great to see other people. So I was wondering, can you tell us about how, since you plan all these events, and unfortunately they have had to either go virtual or move completely, like how are we handling that these days?
Yeah, so it's been interesting. I have learned so much more about all kinds of things I never thought I would come across before. So most of my events have either gone virtual or postponed. We were surprised because in the spring, everybody started to postpone into the fall. And now it looks like, the next round of cancellations and postponements are coming. But it's been interesting because I've been able to see a lot of really creative things happen in the industry, and it's opened up the doors for, rather than just doing the same thing we've always done, people are kind of choosing to use this as an opportunity to switch gears a little bit, which is fun.
Okay, that's cool. I noticed that a lot of people are doing things virtually. Can you give us some tips on how to move your event virtually?
Yeah, so there's actually a lot of really neat things that you can do. There's a bajillion, that's an official term, platforms out there that you can use to do virtual events. But some things that I would just kind of keep your eye on, or some of my concerns initially with the virtual events were, in-person events are very social, and a lot of the time, I plan fundraisers and community events primarily. So people are wanting to meet other people. You want to build those relationships. That's kind of the whole purpose of an event. So with a virtual event, you want to keep your goals in mind, just like you would when you're planning an in-person event. So you want to create opportunities for people to get to be social with each other, whether that's through the event itself or through your marketing on social media before or after. There's a lot of different ways that you can do that, but that's probably my number one goal.
So you would say that social media has really helped with the social aspect of it so people can still connect and keep in touch?
Yeah, I think it's a good way to do it. I've had some clients trying to continue the conversation, is how they put it, like on a LinkedIn page or a Facebook group. I think that's an interesting way to do it. There's also platforms that have chat features in there. So, sharing your contact information and being able to follow up with people afterwards, just like you would do a live event, I think is important.
Yeah, that sounds good. So what are some other ways that you could pivot your event if you weren't sure if you were canceling it in its entirety?
Yeah. So one thing that I would say is to just try to be flexible, because this atmosphere that we've been in for, I don't even know what day it is, but for for as long as we have been in, everything is changing every day. And some of these directives, coming from the governor or CDC or wherever, are coming and you have 12 hours to pivot. So I would say with any event planning right now, to kind of not only keep your eye on the current climate, but also be ready to switch things at a moment's notice. So I think one of the trends with events moving forward, and I've already seen it starting, is like a hybrid. So if you really want to do that in-person event, and I don't blame you, I want to be around people. I can't wait to be around large groups of people.
Right.
But if you really want to do that event, keep in mind that it may not be safe, or people might not feel comfortable being in person yet. So to consider having a virtual aspect of your event. And if you plan for that ahead of time, then you'll be ready. If you're not able to do the in-person, you'll be ready to do the whole thing virtually if need be.
So like maybe have a plan A, a plan B, and a rain date, how we used to before
Yeah.
this whole thing went down. We had rain dates. So this is kind of like
Yes.
a different version of it. So
Yeah. And I would say definitely keep in touch with your vendors and your venue, because some venues don't have any choice in the matter in a lot of these cases. So just keep in touch with them. And while you're planning, say, hey, what is your policy? If we need to, if things shut down or if we need to switch gears, what is your policy? And just be willing to, ask lots of questions and be as flexible as possible.
right. So just the flexibility and just, we all need to have a little extra more courtesy nowadays just to
Mhm.
be, working with other people.
Right.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, Amanda, thank you so much for all these great tips. It's been really helpful. And,
Thank
moving
you.
forward, we're going to keep these in mind.
I can't wait to be with people again, and with a
Definitely.
lot of people, and no masks. And now, obviously we don't have one on now, but it's so weird because I can see your whole face and you're smiling, and it just seems strange. So I'm very excited for that. But
It is.
I
It's been
think
hard
events
for
will
the
come
social
back.
butterflies.
Yes, yes. I think events will come back with a vengeance. And in the meantime, we'll do as much pivoting as we need to.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Amanda.
Thanks, Kate. Take care.
You too.
Your Armstrong services are more important than ever. There are more and more connected devices in the home these days. To get the most out of your experience, you need a network that is always getting better. You deserve superior performance, and that's what Armstrong offers every day. Whether you're working from home, enjoying your favorite content together, or simply catching up while apart, count on Armstrong to keep you connected to what matters most.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Janice from Lutheran Senior Life. Janice, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us today. So we'd love to hear about Senior Life and what you offer to the community. Can you tell us a little bit about Senior Life?
I can tell you about Life Butler County, which is a part of Lutheran Senior Life,
Okay.
and that's the part of the organization that I work for. And Life is living independence for the elderly. So what we do is provide the medical care and other support services that are needed to keep our folks that are 55 and older living at home instead of having to go to a nursing home.
Okay. So you provide other options for people instead of having to leave their home and their source of comfort.
Yes, we can provide support to the individual and to their caregivers. We're basically a medical model of care, but then we add a lot of supports in with that.
And can you tell us about some of the supports that you offer to citizens?
Absolutely. We have our medical clinic, our health clinic, located right in our Adult Day Center, which is on West Diamond Street in Butler. And that's where our physicians are located. We have Dr. Michelle Mikołajczak and Dr. Abir Hanna as our primary care physicians. We also have registered nurses, and we have social workers, physical, speech, and occupational therapy. We have dietitians, and we also have a recreational socialization component to the program.
Okay, that sounds great. It sounds like you have so many bases covered, and you even, take care of their heart by doing, the socialization too. So
Yes.
that is very important. That's fantastic. So can you tell us how COVID has changed what you offer to the community? Obviously, so many of us have had to pivot or change what we do. How has that affected you?
Well, home care is also a large part of our program, so that has been affected in such that our staff is now wearing, of course, the protective equipment when they go into the homes, and we're using the 14-day quarantine for people that come out of the hospital or other settings. But the home care has been going on just as scheduled in the care plans. The biggest difference is people coming into the center for the socialization component. Because of the social distancing restrictions, we've had to decrease the number of people that we can bring in at a time.
Oh, okay. So you're still able to offer it, it's just modified?
Yes. We used to be able to bring an average of 65 to 75 people a day into the center. Right now, it's a little less than 30 that we have the space to bring in.
Right. That's still a significant amount of people you're helping.
Yes, it's a huge impact, and we did have to close the center for a few weeks when the COVID virus first started coming around. But it did make a huge impact on those people that don't have anybody else. They're living alone and they're not seeing anybody on a regular basis. So reopening the center has made a great positive impact for them.
Oh, sure. I bet. So how would we be able to contact you, or if someone we know and love would benefit from your program?
So making a referral to the LIFE program is very easy. It's as simple as a phone call over here to the center, asking to speak to me in the enrollment department. And as long as the person has given permission for me to call them back, I am more than happy to call back and set up an appointment where I can go out to their home and talk with them one-on-one to explain the program and answer any questions that they might have.
Okay. All right. That sounds awesome and very easy. And thank you so much for joining us today and getting your word out to the community and helping so many people.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity. The LIFE program is very unique in its comprehensive aspect, and it's something that people don't really know much about until they start looking for this type of service. I'm always glad to talk with people about it, and if there's any community groups out there that are looking for speakers, I also am willing to go out and talk to groups.
That's great. Thank you, Janice.
Thank you.
Have a great night. We'll be right back with our next guest.
Now is the time to join the Peace of Mind Club from Armstrong Comfort Solutions. The Peace of Mind Club is the best way to extend the life of your equipment and keep your heating and cooling systems running efficiently and safely. Benefits include priority service calls and no after-hours fees, even on weekends and holidays. Sign up now and get an upgraded thermostat or CO detector installed free. Armstrong Comfort Solutions, the best choice for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm sitting here with Kim from the Kids Backpack Program. Kim, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So can you tell us a little bit about the Kids Backpack Program and what you offer to the community?
Sure. The Kids Weekend Backpack Program, it's a program that helps to assist students that have limited food supplies in their homes on the weekends. They will be in our 6th year coming up running here. We help students grades K to 4 in all of the 6 Butler elementary buildings. So we service about 360 students every week that we send home food on the weekends. Each child gets a bag full of food items. There's a couple breakfast items, lunch items, like some entrees, and we try to do some fruit and dairy as we can because everything has to be non-perishable that gets sent home. So yeah, and the whole program is run on donations. So we do a lot of different fundraisers and things like that in order to stay established.
Oh, that sounds amazing. And you are helping so many people with such a big need. So
Yeah.
that's really great. And you just finished up your virtual Stuff a Bus.
Yes. So
congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, this is the 3rd year. One of a teacher in the district who is a committee member on our backpack program started what's called Stuff a Bus. So this is the 3rd year running up for that. And what we did every summer is we would get together. They'd close down the street between Emily Britton School and the YMCA, and we'd bring in a big school bus, and the community would try to stuff the bus with as much food as we could. But however, due to COVID, we had to do things a little differently this year. So we did just hold a virtual Stuff a Bus with the help of the Butler Walmart and the Butler Sam's Club. So Mo Goodwin from Sam's Club and Angela Flieger from Walmart helped us out tremendously. So people could call in or email and their order. Also, if you were shopping in the store, you could have given an item. So we just finished that up and just got all the food delivered the past couple days.
Oh, that is fantastic. And that's so great that everybody's so generous and they still come together to donate and help out, because this is a need in our community. So where do you see the backpack program being in a few months?
Well, we're hoping we're up and running. If the schools are open in the fall, then definitely we're going to be up and running as always. We have open enrollment all year long, so it doesn't really matter, when students sign up. There's no restrictions. Anybody can sign up whose whatever family feels that they have a need can sign up. No problems. They just fill out a form for us. So we will see in the next couple months how this is going to roll out. Luckily right now, though, all of our students are being taken care of. The Butler School District is providing meals 7 days a week for all the kids throughout this whole summer and as ongoing as needed. So
that's wonderful. That's another thing that we had a question about. Every year the school does provide meals to the children throughout the summer months. Is that still available for them?
Yes, yes. There, if you go on our website, the Butler School District website, or even on the Facebook page, there's a form that you just fill out, real simple, a little Google form to get food delivered to your home. Actually, right now, they are serving almost 2,000 kids a day that they're dropping food off.
That's incredible.
Yeah, they're doing a tremendous job to help all the kids in need. So that's fantastic.
So if we wanted to donate, what would be the best way to safely go about donating to the backpack program?
So right now, the safest way would be a monetary donation. What you can do is you can send that to, it's the gold. We are part of the Golden Tornado Scholastic Foundation.
Okay.
So if you send it to them, care of Ellen Scott, and you can send it to 110 Campus Lane, Butler, PA 16001. The check would be made out to the Golden Tornado Scholastic Foundation, Inc., and then you would just put Kids Weekend Backpack Program on the memo line. Our program, like I said, is run solely through donations. And right now, to feed the kids, it's about $5,000 a month that we go through to provide the food that's needed for these students of ours.
Right. Well, that sounds great. And thank you so much, Meg. Thank you so much, Kim. I really appreciate you, not only talking with us, but also for running this. This is so helpful to everyone involved. So thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank you for having me on today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. And, stay safe, and we will be talking with you soon.
Okay, sounds good. You too. Thanks.
And we'll see you next time on the Butler Buzz. Hey there, Butler. If you want to see more from the Butler Buzz, click on the playlist button up here. To see other Armstrong local programming shows, you can click the subscribe button down here. I suggest you do both. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.